My name is Nick Leffershide, and I was a resource person for the Southwest Shared Services Plan in the early 80s and retired in 2001, and I have 18 years experience assisting educators with integration. The integration at any cost philosophy removes the EA, or the educational assistant, from the classroom, which has both a negative and a positive effect upon all students within that classroom. Positive effects may be obvious in non-academic subjects. However, these are far outdone by the negative effect of having a child who faces academic challenges with lower skills or no skills in a particular area, such as reading or math. The lack of skill creates a climate that can and does foster additional behavior problems. Teaching time for the students remaining in that classroom is taken up with classroom control issues. Time is a limited commodity in any classroom. The teacher is caught by constant planning for an individual who creates more difficulty within the classroom framework. Therefore, learning for all students becomes less effective. If the goal is to have successful integration with limited adult proximity, train the educational assistant to withdraw her support using trained judgment. There is a fear of the student becoming too dependent upon the educational assistant. Creating support does work. The educational assistant can physically move away from the student, work with another student as a teaching assistant, and reduce or eliminate the dependency issue. The educational assistant may need training how not to be the dependent person, but this issue can be dealt with in a logical fashion. The educational assistant is a team member and has an opportunity to observe the learner in various situations. Again, observation skills can be taught or developed with the educational assistant. As a resource person, I assisted many educational assistants in this process. Other skills can also be developed according to the needs of the situation. An example of this would be recording a student response to a reading passage. In planning for the student with extended needs, the team needs this type of insight and direct observation. We can suggest differentiated instruction would resolve most of the classroom issues from a learning standpoint. But a student with an extreme learning problem without proper support can compromise the goals of the group to a reasonable level before an overall downgrade in learning occurs. The concept of differentiated instruction, or instruction at the child's individual level, is the game changer. But differentiated instruction may have the teacher plan a parallel learning concept or situation for the student incurring difficulty, rather than trying to make an adaptation. Soon the positive effects are lessened because the other students in the classroom alter their attitude toward the student who is different. In this scenario, an educational assistant is critical since he or she assists with the administered learning tasks directed by the teacher. The teacher is then relatively free to carry on with the instruction that is more related to the group goals. Inclusion would be far more successful with the assistance of an educational assistant who also encourages positive peer interaction at the appropriate times and under the direction of the teacher and team. Implement feeding support to encourage independence.
We hope parents will encourage policymakers to please exercise caution that in closing the achievement gap, they will not be creating a gap in student support that all students benefit from.